Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stefan, and in this video I want to show you how to play Burgmuller's Opus 100, number 12, Adieu or Farewell. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. Also, I offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. If you would like to support my work, then check out my Patreon page. Links to that are going to be below. So Burgmuller's Opus 100 is one of my favorite and one of my students' favorite technique and artistry book. It's very challenging technically for beginners from around grade 1 to grade 5, and it's a progressive book, and each piece has a lovely character. They are beautiful pieces, so not boring exercises. In this video, we're going to deal with number 12, which I think is one of the hardest in the book. The difficulty comes from the speed, and also the right hand is really working through the weak fingers, the outer two fingers, 4 and 5, which can take a good amount of practice to get it nice and clean. And of course, the faster we play, the more clarity and dexterity we need in our fingers. And in these cases, tension can start to build up, it can start to sound uneven, it can start sounding not clean, and all of these problems can arise if we don't practice it slowly and we don't think about technique, correct hand shape, and playing without any tension with curved fingers. So anyway, let's break it down. The piece is in A minor and we are in 4/4, so 4 beats in a bar, and it says allegro molto agitato, so fast and very agitated. The metronome mark says 1/8 crotchets in a minim, which is really fast, and even if you play it slower, it's still going to feel very fast and it's still really enjoyable. So 1/8 I wouldn't say is a beginner speed at all. But if you can push yourself to 1/8 and still keeping it clean, that would be amazing. The piece has mainly 3 sections. We've got the first section where the right hand is playing the triplets and the left hand is playing the crotchet notes. In the second section, the hands swap. The right hand is playing the crotchet notes or quarter notes, left hand is playing the triplets. And in the third section, the first section returns. So it's like an ABA structure, and the ending is a little bit different, and we also have a one-line introduction to the piece. So let's start with the introduction. Right hand plays the melody, left hand is playing a few chords, is in the treble clef, and left hand is starting on FA, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and going into the bass clef, an E7 chord, sforzato, SF, so really loud, and that's it for the left hand. Right hand starts with an upbeat, and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 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 and 4 and. So that's the phrase of the right hand. Now the beginning always starts with the upbeat, and then we have a stronger note on the first beat falling down onto the second beat. So accent, round off, accent, round off. Always falling down. And we've got this grace note here, so very quickly F going on to E, then lifting up, 3, 2, 1, 5. This is the sforzato, and then here you can take your own freedom with this phrase. It says diminuendo e rallentando, so quieting down and slowing down. Do it ad lib, slow down as much as you want, speed up. Whatever you want to do with this phrase is going to be okay, and it's going to sound nice. G sharp, A sharp, 5 on the E, and back onto the C, and that's where the sentence finishes. So I would do like a slow down into the high note, and slowing into it, and then back into speed. When you put hands together, left hand always comes on the second half of the first beat, and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and together. And that's the introduction. Now, first section, let's start again with the left hand. It has this beautiful descending phrase repeating, starting on the A, number 5, and 1 on the F. So a little bit of a stretchy position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest. E7 chord and A minor. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, C sharp D, D sharp E. And then an A minor broken chord in triplets. 1, 2, E7 chord, 3, 4, A minor. A D minor chord, A, D, F, 2, 3, 4, A minor. D minor, D, A, and A staccato. So in the first bit of this left hand, the important thing is to carry the legato in the descending phrase. So, and lift, lift. So making sure you lead the melody in the left hand and you lift up between the slurs because it's phrased into 3 shorter phrases. Now when we get to the triplets, remember 3 quaver triplets fall into 1 beat, or 8th note triplets. So it has to be very even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And when you speed up, make sure it doesn't become where you hold on to the last note. So very evenly. Making sure the hand is very relaxed, the wrist, curved fingers, and trying to not keep the wrist in a stiff position. So really listening and paying attention to how the hand feels when you start playing these very quick triplets. If some tension starts building up or you can't get it even, first of all, slow down. And if there's still some issue going on, then there must be some tension either in the forearm, the wrist, or the fingers are not curved enough. Going into the right hand, we have these hard triplets going very fast, but first we're going to go very slowly. So again, 3 triplets in 1 beat, and it's really going to work these outer fingers. So starting in the A minor position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, going to the F, D sharp, A, and then it repeats. Now the key thing is here to do it very, very slowly and try to follow the melody a little bit, so not keeping the hand in one position, but and obviously the faster you're going to go, the less motion we can do in the hand because of the speed. But if we can't get this curved hand shape, relax wrist slowly and very evenly, it's going to be very, very hard to go fast and it's not going to work. So starting very slow and incrementally increase the speed as you start practicing. And feel the pulse. Where is the 1? Where is the beat? And again, if you feel like you're doing this, that's not the right rhythm. It has to be 3 equal quavers without any break between the notes. And then starting to speed up. And then you can really, really work through without any tension. The second line is the same with a different ending. It's climbing up. So 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, G, a big wide position, G, E, A, F, D, A, F sharp, C, A, E, C, and now going up, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, back down, connecting, and bounce. So it's a very big ascending passage here that you have to really practice to make sure it goes fluently, and you end up on that E and quickly jumping down 2 octaves to the next E. So, really, really working through this. to be able to catch the E. And then we have this finger substitution. So going number 4 on the F, 4, 3, 2, and then 4 on the same note, 4, 3, 2, and 4 again on the B, and 1. So 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now again, this can be very tricky because what can happen is when we substitute the finger, we're going to put in a short break like this. I've heard things like this before. But there's no gap. And then you finish an A minor arpeggio. Staccato. Hands together obviously is the same idea, but the two hands have to really work together and try to emphasize that left hand descending scale. And there's an accent on that E. Now, let's go into the middle section where the hands swap. The right hand is playing this beautiful melody in crotchets or quarter notes, and the left hand is doing the triplets in a broken chord format. It says espressivo for the right hand. Obviously, there's a lot of dynamics going on in this piece. As it's ascending, there's always a crescendo, starting quietly, and we've got these very strong commanding sforzatos at the start of phrases, which we have to really emphasize. So going on in the middle section, right hand starts 2 on the G. We've got, again, shorter phrases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And now going into this beautiful chord, getting quieter, slowing down, and back to the C. So trying to lift up the hand between the slurs and really deep key attack into these notes to make that melody sing. Lift, lift, and repeat. And so on. Left hand is in the treble clef. First we have a C chord, C, E, G, then an F chord, C, F, A, back to C, then we have B, D, G, back to C, then a G major chord, G, B, D, and back to C. Same again, F chord, C, E, G, then C, F, A flat, which is an F minor chord, and back to C, and E major, B, E, G sharp, which is the dominant of A minor, so leading us back to A minor from this beautiful major section in the middle. Now, I would suggest practicing the left hand blocked out, just like what I did here, so playing the chords as a blocked chord, just to know where the hand is going with what finger number, and then starting it more rhythmically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you did that too, then you can start adding in the triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same applies as for the right hand, starting to build up the speed incrementally and making sure the hand is very curved, the wrist is flat and relaxed, and you try to follow that melody as much as you can, the broken chord. The faster you go, the more you play from the fingers and less from the arm. And so on. Hands together, trying to emphasize that right hand melody. And if you want here, you can add a little bit of pedaling. It's going to make it a little bit smoother and rounder. It's not necessary, but you can if you want. And in the third section, the A part comes back. And we finish up the same way. And now comes the D minor chord. And now comes the arpeggio. And 1, 2 on the D, F, and coming down legato. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's double thirds coming down legato, making sure you get both notes together and you don't lift up your hand. And the arpeggio is repeating an octave higher, lower, octave higher, lower. So 1, 2. And an A minor chord, A, E, C, A, staccato, and an octave lower, a strong accent. So that's as much detail as I could go into. I hope it's going to give you a little bit of a help in your practice. As I said, the trickiest part in this piece is the triplets, especially in the right hand, in these 3 4s. If you've done a lot of Hanon exercises, it's going to feel much easier, but if you haven't, then it might seem a little bit strange to do that very quickly. Play very lightly in the beginning to make sure the notes are not heavy and you're not putting too much pressure on your fingers. And as I said, very slowly start, I can't stress this enough, and incrementally increase the speed. Your staccatos should bounce up nicely, and phrasing as much as you can with lots of dynamics. If you have any more questions about this piece, leave them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.